welcome back to the channel. If it's your first visit, thank you very much. Click that subscribe button and you'll get more videos on my weekly fishing journal. Yeah, so this morning, troops, the bonus. I got home yesterday and the wife said, "What time are you going out tomorrow?" I hadn't planned to go out. Whoa, I've got a pass, got a green card. So I said, well, I'll go out. And then I felt a bit guilty because, you know, I do put a lot of time on the bank. It's a fine balance, family life, you know, your personal life and fishing. You know, you can't be too selfish. So she knows. I don't fool her. She knows exactly what I'm thinking and what I'm saying. I said, "Oh, it's all right, darling. I'll go out for a morning session. I'll pack up at 12:30. I'll be home by 1. And we're going to spend the Saturday together." So that's what I'm going to do. So it's 8 o'clock. I'm fishing. I've got 4 hours to catch some pike. I've got my 2 dead bait rods out. I'll run through the swim with you in a minute. And I don't know, as I've got limited time, I might even break my lure rod out. It's unusual for me, but I'll see how it goes. I mean, if I catch fish, I won't, but obviously if I'm struggling, if I haven't had any touch after an hour, I've got an option of putting a 3rd dead bait rod out on my float rig or the lure rod. So without much further ado, let's go and see this swim. I mean, the river's looking beautiful, the sky's beautiful. We need to cap it off with a few pike. Monster pike. Here's the swim. Quite crispy underground. Got 2 rods set up already. Left hand rod, static dead bait, whole sardine in the margins, just beyond the reed bed. I always fish the margins at first light. You know, if there's a pike lurking around, then hopefully they'll take the bait. Look at that sky. And on the left hand rod we have a whole joey mackerel, again static dead bait, fished in the margins just off the marginal shelf. We're on the River Witham today at Kirkstead. King's Arm AC day ticket or season ticket. And I've got a lot of water there. I've only got 2 rods up at the moment, so I've got that culvert over there, which will be a fish feature, so I can cast to that. Got all this water here. I might, now don't quote me on it, but I might even get a lure rod out and work the lure in. Look at all them cormorants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 8 of them. Off somewhere. Yep, so we're all set up. Got 2 rods out. I'm going to have a cup of coffee, warm up a little bit. As I say, it's got a bit, as you can see, plenty of ice in the margins. And see if we can catch some fish. What a glorious morning. I mean, it really is. Got to top it off with a pike, haven't we? Well, I've moved the lure around for a little while, first thing. Nothing taking, so I stuck my float as the middle rod. There it is. Whole sardine, single circle hook rig. I shall fish with 3 dead baits. Once that sun gets right up, really bright, I think I might get a perch rod set up. See if we can catch a few with bright conditions. As we're only playing with half a day's fishing here. Well, that's the plan, troops. So we've got 3 rods out now, 3 chances to catch a fish. First one of the day. There she is in the net. Always good to get off the mark. Apex predator. Let's have a proper look at her. A single sardine done the trick. Beautiful looking fish. Let's hope there's many more where that came from. What a way to start the day, look at that. Sardine was out 5 minutes. Very tentative take though, so let's get her back. Well, we're off the mark, troops. And who out there said I couldn't catch anything? Yeah, we're off and running. A lovely fish on a single circle hook rig, and the bait wasn't even out 5 minutes, and as always, very tentative bite, yeah, but I let it develop, and then I wound down into the fish, didn't get excited, didn't strike, wound down into the fish as you should with a circle hook, and again, secure hold in the scissor, unhooked by hand, you know, it really is becoming my preferred choice. The only snag I have with it is might be casting at any distance, because you know, if the bait's forward out much and you're pumping it out quite far, I could see that hair maybe ripping through a soft fish, especially like a sardine. But well, we'll see when that happens. I mean, I don't cast a great distance anyway, I only fish the drains and rivers, and I mean, there's nowhere I can't cast to on a river or a drain. So most drains I can underarm. It's not even a cast. So yeah, really impressed. Straight in the scissor. As I say, it was a very tentative bite though. It showed an interest in the sardine, but yeah, it didn't pick it up and run away with it for at least a minute and a half. I mean, might have even been 2. Now it was quite a while developing, so but as soon as I wound down, it was solid. The hold was solid, and it was a lovely looking fish, as you saw. So we're up and running. Glorious day here. I mean, it's really sunny. So we're 1 fish up. I want to catch a few more. Greed. I want a 20. So we're got all 3 rods out again, dead baiting. So let's crack on. Just had a change around. getting on for 11 o'clock now. That feature over there, snaggy as hell. That looks Pike City, doesn't it? So there's a bait presented there. Whole herring. Static dead bait. The float I've moved. There it is. It's hard to pick it up in the camera sometimes, I do apologise. There it is, there's the float. Not far out, just in the margins, down the inside shelf. Whole sardine, circle hook. Look at it, glorious day. Bit too warm. No, I'm not going to moan, it ain't too warm. And in the left hand rod there's a whole mackerel. Just over to the left there. Where the shadow of that first tree is, there's a, well, the shadow is a reflection, isn't it? So I've got a bait there. That's the track they tend to do their pole fishing in. 6-7 metres out. Just beyond the weed bank, so I'm hoping change around the baits, all different positions, all different styles, presentations from what they were, so I'm hoping that especially that far bank swim produce a fish. What's that? Well, troops, just lost one. Old Joey mackerel near marginal shelf where they do a lot of pole fishing. Bait was in there 2 or 3 minutes. Felt good, but don't count if they're not in that landing net, do they? I tell you one thing, just goes to show you, it's always worth moving your rods around, trying different spots, trying different angles, trying different distances. You're in one swim, got to ring the changes in every half hour. Get them baits moved around. Present them slightly different distance, slightly different depth, slightly different angle. Even if you're restricted in the amount of water you've got, try and move them about, because you know, a pike could be swimming by and they hear that little splash, they go and investigate, and that's your dead bait just gone in. That's how quick it can happen. Lost it, gutted, but it's a good sign. Keep ringing the changes. I'm running out of time though. Promised the wife I'd be home early today, so see if we can catch another pike. Well, troops, we're into the last hour of the session. Had one, lost one. So it's not been a bad little 4 hours. Sometimes that's all you need, a couple of hours, get the rods out. If you're lucky enough to be on the fish straight away, all well and good. If you're not, you've got to work at it as always. So, you know, we were moving the baits around quite a lot today, every half hour, and it, you know, it paid off. I was fishing with 2 rods at first, and then a touch. As soon as I got a 3rd rod out, whack, we had a fish. And then I kept moving the rods around, and then on one of the moves, 5 minutes within the move, into another fish. Didn't land it, I'm afraid, but You know, it felt good fish, but you never can tell till you see it and get it on the bank. But it's been a good morning. I've quite enjoyed it. You know, the sun's shining. It's quite warm, quite mild now. All the ice has melted. So, as I say, it's the last half hour. Last hour or so, you know, last half hour, 45 minutes. Start packing up. Go home, cook the dinner. Be a good lad. And then we'll go again next time we've got a day off work. Brilliant stuff. Thanks very much for watching. If I don't, well, if I catch another one, it'll be filmed, don't you worry about that. But if I don't, thanks very much for watching. All my returning viewers, I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe and see us catch some more fish. See you soon. Hopefully in 5 minutes when I land a 20. Well troops, just boosted my static dead baits with Predator Plus mixed with sardine oil and anchovy oil. 2 runs in 2 minutes and I missed them both. So it's only one thing for it. Got to boost the third bait in there, haven't I? Let's see if we can catch one now. I'm out of breath. I say 2 runs in 2 minutes. Very tentative runs. I'm going to have to gamble with one of them and let them go a little bit longer than I normally do, I think. Because if it was anything like the fish I caught on the float earlier, it was a long time before I actually picked it up and swallowed it and run with it. So, but I don't know, they were good runs, you know. Taking plenty of line out. And they were away. So, that's the way it goes when you're fishing though. So, I say I'm going to boost the third bait, see if we can catch one in the last half hour. I was tidying up my gear to pack up. Another run, left hand rod on the mackerel again. This time I let the run develop, took the bail arm off. It was playing out line left, right and centre. Struck, felt the fish, it was on, but it was only holding on to the bait. So another one bites the dust. I'm seriously thinking about changing over on one of my next trips and just solely fishing with single circle hooks on all 3 rods and see what happens. And see if I get as many miss runs. Because, you know, I'm striking, and the fish is on. Well, it's not on, obviously, it's just holding onto the dead bait for dear life, but the trebles are not hooking into the fish's mouth. So, and a couple of them felt like good fish. I mean, some of them could be jacks, you don't know, but they felt good, you know. I know the river's got a bit of a toe in it, but not enough to make a jack feel like a double. And every fish I've lost, it's felt like a good double. So in one way I'm gutted, but in another way it's my 3rd visit to this little stretch of the Witham run by King's Arms Angling Club, and apparently it's not been fishing well. I'm the only one here on a Saturday morning, and I'll say I've had run after run, and I've missed them. Well, I haven't missed them, but I haven't landed them. It's the same thing in my book, but you know, we go again. I've got to tidy up. I promised to go home early, so I've got 15 minutes. I'm going to pack up slowly, leave the rods in to the last minute, and then home to get some brownie points so I can go again. Don't worry, I'll keep you posted if I catch. If this is the last post of the video, again, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it, and we'll endeavour to catch some more fish real soon. Thank you. Don't be afraid to smash that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment, share it on social media. Let's get this fishing bandwagon rolling. Thanks very much for watching.